Before there was the J-Flight 29 RKS, there was the J-Flight 31 RKS, also here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We actually sold this to the people who just traded it in. They had it on a park site, basically. Never really did a lot of towing with it. So the chassis, the suspension, the structure hasn't really gone through a lot of stress. They were just ready to update and upgrade. And as you can see by the shining exterior here, overall, this thing looks like it's just been really well kept. Now, rear kitchens as compared to rear living rooms tend to be less traveling friendly, but I personally would argue that they're better for destinations, and that's the thing. Like, if you look at this, you're gonna see that, yeah, oh cool, we can get through the living room area, but when you're on the road, I don't know that you need a pair of sofas. But, you're not going to be able to get to the kitchen storage, the refrigerator. You might be able to get to some of the cabinets if you jump over the countertop like the Duke brothers. But really, this one is made for getting there and setting up shop. And I'm telling you guys, when you get there, as you're about to see, it is worth it. And it doesn't just look good on the outside. It looks great on the inside, too. Now, the color palette may be a little bit dated. The patterns might be a little bit dated. But the fact is, it's not rotted out, it's not torn up, it's not scarred up. If I'm going to be brutally picky here, the only thing I can really say is that next to the heat vent right here, there's a couple little spots where it barely cold cracked, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and if I get really close here, maybe you can see it. But that's me going way out of my way to try to fairly and accurately represent this thing, and that might be more than fair, I think. So this has got a 6'9" interior, which is, I think, one of the things that's helped made the J-Flight the #1 selling RV since '05 and counting. A little bit taller, a little bit bigger. It means a little more breathing room, headroom, bigger cabinets, taller shower. Speaking of cabinets, one of the best parts of any rear kitchen is that it just has loads of them. And this right here, countertops and cabinet space. This is really where a rear kitchen, I feel, shines over a rear living room. So the cabinet door doesn't want to stay open for me because we're not level. But you can see right here next to the fridge, we've got a 6'9" pantry. Big old pantry in this thing with cabinets that just wrap all the way around, even up here above the sofa. But notice how your overhead doors are all self-strutted to hold themselves open. So you don't have to necessarily worry about like wrestling those things or anything like that. Now, one of the benefits of a constructed sidewall versus a laminated sidewall is that we can have power outlets very easily in the sidewall of this. So kitchen appliances are simple, and you can see 3 sets of outlets right here, right now. One's just in the sun. We've got one there, and one there. So getting stuff plugged in and powered up, very simple here with just great prep space. Excellent drawer space. They don't waste anything. Below the oven, there is storage there, but that's also going to be your access for like water heater, winterizing, and bypassing. So be careful what you put down there. If you're going to tow stuff, you actually might want to put a little towing shield down there. Now, this is a classic construction methodology right here, putting shelves below everything. But in more modern times, we've looked for more places to put a wastebasket. Now, I think that it wouldn't be hard to put a wastebasket like under this cabinet overhang here, but if you wanted to, you could easily remove a chunk or all of that shelf down there and have a nice big wastebasket space, no sweat. Now, when this was brand new, you had the option here of either this second big sofa, this huge lounging sofa, overlooked by that monster picture window, and we already saw the storage above it, or a pair of chairs. You could see that this one was optioned with the sofa as opposed to the chairs. That's one of those weird things that it just never, the dual sofa plus a dinette thing never really caught on. But one of the things I do like about it, this is a classic rear kitchen design with a rear-facing entertainment. So this is a floor plan not built on the idea of staring at the TV. It's built on the idea of a person here and a person here, and shooting the breeze, chewing the fat, being social, and carrying on a conversation. That's what this one's all about. So that's kind of one of those things that when I grew up camping, it wasn't about the TVs and stuff. And don't get me wrong, we watch TVs a little bit, and I'm not condemning anybody that watches TV. It's when you're camping. I mean, it's your time. It's your R&R. You camp however makes you happy, man. You know, that's all. All I'm saying is that this was built maybe during a little simpler time before everybody felt we needed 40-inch flat screens and things. Now, the original mattress has gone the way of the dodo, since apparently the buffalo have made a comeback, as someone kindly pointed out. Thank you, by the way, because that's excellent insights. But the original owners swapped this, the original mattress out for a really big, thick, 80-inch long residential bed that this was not originally made for. So what that means is that There is a little bit less room to walk around here, but the fact is you can still get through, and it's got a much, much bigger bed as a result, and something I think you're going to be a lot more comfortable on. Now, one of the things I wondered about is with that longer, much heavier mattress, how was the easy lift bed mechanism going to hold up? And the short answer is like a fox. I mean, it hasn't flinched a bit. And you can see the all that original factory plywood decking below. Now this is access to our pass-through storage, and we might as well talk about that while I'm looking at it. It looks like they left behind their sway bar, but I don't see the rest of the hitching. And over here is the outside RVQ grill. This does have an outside grill hookup as well, so that's kind of cool. Now over here would be like a TV stand and or bonus closet and dresser. If I can, I'm at a bad angle to try to do what I'm doing, but I think you get the idea. There's hanging storage here, and plenty of it. Now there is a sliding privacy curtain, and as I turn around, you'll see that what that'll do with the curtain's location in relation to the mirror, the way that it kind of cuts off the bed, somebody can get in here and use the bathroom at night without making a direct line of sight to you in bed, which is a nice little privacy item here. Now, having a what's called a split master bath like this, you have tons of floor space here. So if you do want that extra room to be able to get in here and get dressed, it's nice. A lot of bathrooms in newer campers, they have tiny little spaces where, I mean, it's tough to put on a pair of pants. And these older Jaycos actually came with the like the Max fan up here so that you could get some much better airflow in your bathroom area. And just like the inside, I'm very impressed with the cleanliness of it outdoors here. Really spick and span. I mean, you see how the decals aren't like peeled and faded and flaking? The one thing I was kind of like, huh, about was it looks like at one point the propane tank enclosure was painted. I'm not really sure what or why. The only guess that I have, and it's purely just theory and conjecture, it's based not at all in fact, was maybe their original one was blown away and they just bought a used one on the cheap or something. I don't know. Anyway, what I do also like, you got the big old slide awning cover over the super slide over here, helping reduce care and maintenance required and also helps manage heat in the RV, because if you think about it, if you sit under a patio awning, it's for shade. It's to stay out of the sun. It's to stay cool. Well, that's literally a slide awning. It's just another awning. It does the same thing. It just does it for the slide out. Now, the spare tire's in good shape. Spare tire cover, a little bit less so, but the fact is, it's done its job. And really, this is just one of these things. It's a little ugly cosmetically. It's not hurting anything. Just from rain and weather and everything else, good chunk of the slip cover here has kind of been eaten away. But frankly, guys, if you spin the flip cover a little bit, you're good to go. You don't have to replace it just because that one little spot, unless you choose to. And hey, wouldn't you know, we have a part shop with those things. Pardon me. Big old huge picture window on the door side of the RV is another thing I like. This is another area that I like rear living room RV, or rear kitchens over rear livings mostly. So rear living room RV is going to give you a window on the back of the RV. But in a lot of RV parks where you're parked back to back, all you're doing is looking at the back of the person next to you. This is looking at your picnic table, your campsite under your awning, which is large, by the way. The one thing I haven't looked at is the tires. Give me a second here. We're going to look at these together. Overall, a little bit of creasing, which is actually pretty normal on something that's been parked a while. 15-inch Goodyear radials. Where's the manufacturer's date on these? I don't believe these are the original tires. So, actually they might be, because they use endurance now, and these are marathons. These are the original tires. So, better recommendation I would have there. The tires look okay. If you're going to leave it park kept the way that this was, you're probably going to be fine. If you do want to tow it, you might call our sales team, have them double check the manufacturing date on those tires so that they're not, you know, like super old tires that maybe aren't road reliable anymore. That's one of those things not enough people talk about, but I'd rather talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. I'd rather be fair with you guys so that you know you can buy with confidence from us, that we're not just trying to smoke screen you into buying a camper from us here at Haylett RV. So whether it's the information, the education, the confidence, the trust, the pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between, we do it all at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.